Hello, you're watching my YouTube channel. I'm your host, Kamran. And here today, I have invited a guest to my video, and I want to discuss her life, her visions, her goals, and most importantly, her faith. Hi, and welcome. We are delighted to have Aisha Hussain here today. Aisha, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much for inviting me. It was a great pleasure to be a part of this show.
Okay, but to kick off, could you please tell us what inspired you to pursue a career as talent acquisition specialist and definitely perhaps share a bit about your journey leading up to your current role?
Okay, so basically, I'm kind of extrovert person and who likes to interact with people, but at the same time, I want you to go and pursue in something where I can not only earn money, but at the same time I can support and be a part of the society. So
Mm,
engaging through engaging people, I get to know that there is something that I can pay my time and attention. At the same time, I can earn money as well as I can be a positive and inspirational role for the society as well. So that is the reason, because after going through multiple roles, I have exposure in diverse fields such as teaching, as a PR, media coverage as well. And look, I was engaged with Lotus PR, and then there are big names in the company, as well as I have
mm.
exposure international as well. So after having exposure of different domains, here I end up choosing talent acquisition within HR. So yeah, this is something I feel like I like, and I like doing, and I enjoy my role. So you should be pursuing your career in which you feel happy and you love doing.
All right. But when I have reviewed your profile and I came to know you are doing a lot of things. I mean, I am an extrovert person as well, but I can't manage a lot of things in a daily routine. So how do you manage that, first of all?
Well, here I have
Because
an
I
edge
was
of
comparing
being.
myself to you, so I
Mhm.
have came to know a lot of flaws in my life. I have. That's why I'm asking this
So
also.
okay, so here I have an edge of being a girl. So girls are multitasker, I guess. So we can manage things way better than. Sorry for being the discrimination in that, not in that regard, but yeah, we do have this edge of managing multiple things at the same time. So it's naturally we are really good in that by nature.
Okay, Aisha, when did you find yourself that you are made for this?
That is back in 3 years. Yeah, 3 years back. I realized this is something after having exposure of different domains. I realized that this is something where I can play my part, because this is a very unique, challenging, and entertaining role at the same time. As an HR, you are the face of the company and you are representing your company, right? So for picking up from HR to be a part of it, so companies are really curious and they're really passionate to have that right face for the company, because we are the one who is going to represent the company, right? So you have not only have to create the positive image, plus you have to create multiple times win-win situation for the employees, for the company. So there are a lot of things. So we are the main figure, right? In other words, we are the backbone of the company, we can say, HR department.
It makes sense actually. Okay, did
Mhm.
you ever think one day you will have all this like the status, good job, a position, and you are a multitasker as well, and you'll be able to hire the people who are getting job, who are actually looking for the opportunity. It is actually a core responsibility of HR. They have to look for the best candidates for the office and for the project as well.
Well, to be very honest, no. I was always dream of being a doctor. Yeah, so I always wanted to pursue. When you're in matric or inter level, you really wanted to pursue your career in that regard, right? So then later on, I have realized it's going to be a time-taking activity and a lot of time as well as money. So within Pakistan, I was quite in a rush of going towards my professional life. So yeah, definitely in medical you help people needy and stuff like that. So I figured out of finding another domain in which I can do and serve my society as well. So yeah,
Okay.
here I am.
And how have you adapted your talent acquisition strategies at Devsinc to attract top-tier technical talent? And what unique challenges have you faced compared to your experiences at I2C and Ashlar?
Okay, so first of all, the I2C, and if you talk about the Devsinc, these are two different domains. So I2C is a fintech company, and then Devsinc is an IT service company. Okay, and whereas Ashlar, it's a small software house, and I2C itself is a very big and global company. So the challenges definitely, every system has its own challenges. Plus, at good point as well, right? So the challenges I have faced during my career was that there were a lot of candidates who were facing issues of not getting response back from the teams, from the talent acquisition team, and their process. For example, that's true. I totally understand that being a recruiter, you have a lot of pool, you have a lot of candidates to respond. In a day we might have to deal with 200 plus employees sometimes, candidates, right? So you don't get enough time. But here we finalize that, it's our responsibility. You cannot just leave. If you don't need them, it doesn't mean we have to just let it go. So if you want to let it go, you should let them go in a positive way, that in future you can get back to them. And plus, they will not be in a midway. They will be clear, okay, okay, wait, this, they are not qualified, or their skill set does not match here, so they can apply in future by improving such particular skills, right? So there were these few challenges that I have faced during recruitment, but thanks to Devsing, I got exposure not only to national but international as well. So yeah, and plus I think as a recruiter we should be loyal, honest to our candidates, because it's not nice if we rush towards by making false commitment and end up having the candidates on the ground, but later they will find out. So it's not good, because we are representing the company. So you should be very clear about your norms and values here as well, and
Aisha, we are
companies.
living in digital era, right? And you know what? When a person like me, if I apply in any company for an interview for an opportunity, and I have given my interview to the HR team, so I am not only the person to wait for that opportunity. There is a family in the background. They are also waiting for that result, right? So don't you think that there should be a default email to inform him that you are on a selected or rejected, so that he can think beyond the box that I have to apply for another opportunity. Like he has to wait for a week or 2 weeks, then he started to make calls that, ma'am, could you please confirm me the status of mine? Am I selected? Am I shortlisted or not?
Okay. Mhm. Yeah, please do let me know if I have understood your question rightly. Here you wanted to know about the status and whether you are eligible for that particular role or not. That what you're
Obviously.
asking?
Yeah.
Okay. So in term of eligibility, definitely as a recruiter, during our first call, we can easily identify the candidate can make it or not. But
Mhm.
again, when you said that we have a family to support as a candidate, and we have a lot of concern and our own personal life to run with, definitely every person needs a job, right?
Yeah.
It's great if you can own your own business. There's nothing better than that, definitely. But I will really appreciate such candidates. Please do your homework. Please, please, please. As a recruiter, we feel really bad. You have a excellent background, you have excellent skill set, but where you lack is you are not prepared for the interview. You are not prepared with your CV. So once you are applying for that particular role, for example, HR, let's consider from here. HR is a big domain, right? It has ops, OD, as well as recruitment. So if you are applying for particular domain, that is recruitment, please align your CV as per the JD, as per the job requirement. You see, the
Yeah.
people applying for recruitment and they have a CV or background in operations, that's the first thing you will not be selected. But you can make it. So please align your CV in that regard. And coming towards the second part, that was getting the status. What I normally practice is here, okay, if I find out the candidate can make it, I will definitely give them a chance if I think they can. It's not that okay, the CV, there are some red flags in the CVs, or initial call, definitely we can't be 100% at the same time. So that person might be on the way or in a meeting, so they can't give their 100% during initial call. So I let them know it's okay, you can take your time to prepare, I can give you a call back, right? So these
Hmm.
are the few steps that I have learned through my experience, and I learned it through experience, right? So I start improving myself as well. So by adding these small little supporting elements, through this I only not only get the good quality of candidates, but they get some support from recruiter as well. And definitely we do send them emails as well as if someone requested for a personal feedback, what I can improve in future, I definitely align them on a call and explain them in detail. Not even that, I personally receive a lot of DM over my LinkedIn that candidates wants to see how they can pursue their career, how they can improve their CV, how even they can prepare themselves for interviews. It's not like that they have to pay me and get that done. No, I'm here. Whatever I can do for my society, for our people, definitely we should be doing that.
Then I should
It makes me
apply for
happy.
an interview too. Then I should apply in your company for an interview. I'm actually thinking of
Yeah.
that. Then how
But
it came
please
to
do
that?
see
What?
the position you
Uh,
are eligible for
okay,
first.
I don't think I'm eligible for any position in your office because there are multi-talented people who are working there. So I'm not in that actually.
We do have proper marketing development, proper department for it, and they have this. We do have podcast as well. So, since I have go through your LinkedIn profile as well, so we do have podcasting system. We do have proper shoots. So yeah, our
Oh,
pipeline.
that's
So.
great. Now I am thinking a lot of things in my mind. I can be a part of your company as well. All right. And then what measures do you take to ensure a positive candidate experience during the requirement process? And how do you think this impacts the company's employer brand?
Okay, so I think that's the personality, because you see, we can teach the skills. There
Hmm.
are these. This is something that I have learned through experience. Initially I was going for a skill set. The candidate should have this skill set, this skill set. No, I
Hmm.
personally think that the personality, because you cannot change the personality. If the person
Hmm.
have negative image, negative personality, no matter that a person or candidate has 200% skill set, that candidate is not suitable for any company. So if you have
But
amazing personality,
how do you know that he has a negative personality within 5 minutes? Might be he
well,
has
to be
inner stress,
honest,
might be he has inner thought, might be he is actually suffering from a lot of problems from their family background. It's just a question I'm asking. Because
okay, so for that
how
we
can I know within this discussion that how do you think, how do you feel, what the way you work, how do you deal with people? So, might be it is your art that you diagnose the person that is he able to do the work with great zeal or not.
Okay, so there are multiple ways to find out, right? We can have in-person meetings with that. Initially on the call, right? So in on the call, we can understand the tone and way. Definitely, as a recruiter, we have to call multiple candidates in a day, so we can easily identify that person. If that candidate is in a meeting or somewhere occupied, we can let them know. Okay, it's okay. You can take your time, and we can give you a call back, right? So
Mhm.
we as a
Mhm.
recruiter are not putting pressure on a candidate where you have to give us initial screening on the spot. No, we give you your time, definitely.
Mhm.
And then we try to have in-person interview, so we can understand how that person in-person meetings. Definitely we are HR, right? So beside from HR, we try to beside from skill set, we try to identify who is that person is, what is he going through, how many members they have. There are a lot of multiple questions through which we can identify. And aside from that, we also have the personality test, IQ test. These are the tests now enhanced and even available, free of cost over the internet as well, that you can use and identify your personality and get yourself out of it.
Hmm. Okay. And with your HR management experience, how do you collaborate with department heads to understand their specific talent needs and ensure that recruitment aligns with the company's long-term goals?
Well, for that, I personally should know what is company and what their goals are and what they're looking for. So as an HR, we are very clear about that. When it comes to the departments, definitely it depends recruiter to recruiter. But what I
Hmm.
personally follow is to have a meetings. Every recruitment process have different interviewers level, and for that we have different interviews. So I
Hmm.
try to do is to have one-on-one meeting. You see, if there
Hmm.
are three interviewers, those three interviewers have different personalities. They are expecting
Hmm.
in a different way from their candidate, from the same candidate, right? So let's say interviewer A is looking for excellent communication skill. Interview B is looking for excellent skill set. Interview 3 is looking for excellent personality. So
Hmm.
this is just for an example, right? So I can identify these three major, the things, the core ability they are looking in that candidate by having one-on-one meeting to
Hmm.
understand what are they looking for and which sort of candidate they are requiring. So I personally, what prefer is to have one-on-one meeting with each interviewer to understand what they are looking for and to
Hmm.
align it with the company goals.
And now I'm very crazy. I'm feeling like crazy right now that I have to come to your office for an interview, and after got rejected, I will come to know that these are the things that was common. You have to overcome on this, then you will easily get the position, whatever you want in your life in coming future.
Uh,
All
well,
right.
for sure. For the company, we can give you a visit. The Devsinc in that regard is very open, and they
Okay.
welcome your families and things like that. So yeah.
Okay. How have you utilized technology such as applicant tracking system or other HR tools to streamline the recruitment process at Devontic, and how does it compare to the systems you use at I2C and Ashlar as well?
Okay, so well, in Ashlar, we were in a process of creating our own tool. So I was in a when I was back there, they were creating their own ATS and they were aligning, making things automatic. So by then they were in a process of manual record keeping and having the whole process, the basic Trello ones. Whereas I2C and Devsync compares, Devsync, well, I2C definitely they have their own applicant tracking system as well. But I really enjoy here in Devsync is because they have two different tools they were having before Maple, their own created, in which we can easily do our own amendment as a recruiter. If we feel like, oh, we want this, we can have it done. So now currently,
Hello.
yeah, I would like to say that remember, every step forward is progress. So don't give up and keep chasing your dreams. Thank you so much for having me. Have a good day. Bye.